Welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining me today is Boria Mujumdar from London, and Rohit Juglan will also join us from Beckenham, where the India team is practicing today. And when you look at it, it's the perfect symbolism. At one hand, you have a WTC final between Australia and South Africa, where for the first time in 2 years, India is missing out on an ICC final. On the other hand, you have a Indian Test cricket rebirth under the with the help with Shubman Gill at the helm, and while India is missing out at the WTC final, it's a rebirth for Indian Test cricket. On the other hand, and Rohit Juglan will join us soon and give us all the practice updates. But for now, we have Boria joining us. Boria, tell us the mood there. What's it like? Very soon we'll be watching the WTC final, and how is it building up over there?
Yeah, I mean, if you see the first 2 hours of the final, 66 for 3 is when I walked out to join your show. That Kagiso Rabada double wicket over, and then that Marco Jansen wicket. I think Rohit's also joining us from Beckenham. It was a South Africa morning. It was a South Africa morning because you want when you are bowling first in these overcast conditions, Lords will become a good batting deck going forward. You wanted early wickets, and when Manas Labuschagne walked out, you could sense Usman Khwaja was jittery. 18 balls, no runs. In fact, 20th ball, he edges one of Kagiso Rabada and gets caught by Beckenham. And then Cameron Green, who returns after a while, comes out to bat Gargi, gets an edge for 4, that side, leg side. And then the next ball to Aiden Markram. So that was the double blow. That was the double blow from Kagiso Rabada. That kind of set up that game. And beautifully so. So South Africa on top for 20 for 2. There was a partnership. Stephen Smith, as always, getting it right, Steve Smith and Travis Head. But thereafter, that Manas Labuschagne wicket, I think if Manas Labuschagne doesn't fire in the second innings, it could well be the end of his career for Australia. That's what Michael Clarke had said, because they will get Sam Constas into the team. So that was the third wicket from Marco Jansen. All said and done, a South African morning. It's kind of gloomy. It's not very cold. It's not raining here. Rohit can give us more from Beckenham. But London this morning, outside Lords, is kind of gloomy, darkish, not bright, no sun. But
Travis Head just got out.
So South Africa
Travis
will
Head
not
just got
mind
out.
keeping continuously at it. Marco Jansen, Kagiso Rabada, and the rest of the boys.
Travis Head just got out. Travis Head. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, you are, Rohit. Travis
Yes.
Head
So
just got out.
just adding to that, what Boria said, that Travis Head just got
So
out
4.
in the ball of Marco Jansen. Yeah, 67 for 4. Winning the toss, bowling first is very much right for them as far as England,
So
South Africa is
it's a
concerned.
South African morning, Rohit. It's a South African morning.
Yes,
4
Boria.
down
And
Australia.
I'm just 20-25 minutes away. If you take the train, I'm not talking about, taking a car, because then it will take you hours or maybe days to reach here from central London, the traffic of central London. And I'm not very used to of saying these words, but in last couple of days, I'm also, just figuring out that how much it will take from
Yeah,
Victoria
Rohit,
to
you take it over.
Lords, Victoria to,
My internet is acting up
yeah.
a little bit. You take it over.
Okay. So as I said that, it's I'm just 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away as far as the the skies are concerned. You can see Boyada and my the background is very much similar. It's again gloomy here. It's dark here. It's cloudy here. And right behind me, if it's visible to you guys, Indian team is practicing there. The first slot is already done. So the important thing is that they will practice on 2 different teams will practice today. So the senior team is practicing in the morning, and then they will have the another batch. As we reported, a few hours ago, that there are only 4 players from the India A side. When I'm talking about India A, I'm excluding all of them, though, those were part of the Northampton game. KL Rahul, obviously, Yashasvi Jaiswal, yes, each and every one of them are here. But apart from that, who are here from the India A part? Only 4 players, and the rest of the guys will join the team later. So, India A practice will happen on the second part of the day, but the senior team will practice here in the morning. So what's it's all about. You can see the visuals in your screen. There were multiple players coming in. There were different rounds of bowling from Team India. So, Galgi, if I can set it up from the very start, it started with actually, this is the first time when all of them are here. This is the first official, the full squad practice session. So they came up here. It was a huddle at the very start. There was some clappings going on. Maybe for the players who are getting their first call, or maybe who are returning into the squad, like a Arshdeep Singh, like a Karun Nair. Means Karun Nair getting a call after 4 5 years, or many 6 7 years, after 6 7 years. Apart from that, if you see Arshdeep Singh getting a first call, Dhruv Jurel again into the side. There were multiple players who are getting into the squad. So a lot of clappings for them. After that, it was a kind of, they all sat down at one far corner of the ground, and there was around 20 25 minutes of just listening to each and every one. All not all of them has said something, but the leadership group, the team management part has said certain things. And it was the part of Gautam Gambhir's culture. I'm following his when he joined as a head coach from the very first tour in Sri Lanka. And then after that, we have seen what he did against Bangladesh, then the New Zealand series, then the Australia series. So, apart from that New Zealand series, I think I was there in each and every series, him being head coach. So, this is his kind of, a warm up drill for Indian team. So that happened. And after that, they had this warm up session. They jog around a little bit. They ran for short sprints. And after that, they straight away came to batters, came to batting, and bowlers went to bowling. Interestingly, they used Prasidh Krishna on for first hour, that he has to bat a little bit. So this gives you a idea, Gargi, that how Prasidh Krishna is into the scheme of things as far as the bowling attack is concerned, because he, in the very first hour, he didn't bowl a single ball, but he batted for 1 hour. Almost 1 hour he was kept on batting against the Kent bowlers, the Kent domestic bowlers. So there you got an idea that, Prasidh Krishna is very much in the scheme of things as far as Indian team is concerned. Jasprit Bumrah will be there for sure. We all know this. Apart from him, there will be an interesting choice whether they want to go up with a Arshdeep Singh, whether they want to go with a Akashdeep, or whether they want to go with Mohammad Siraj. And then the all-rounders, because Nitish Kumar Reddy and Shardul Thakur looking really good as far as bowling is concerned. But the amount of bowling Nitish Kumar Reddy did in past 14 days, I'm here from the Canterbury one, I haven't seen him bowling this much. So there is a clear indication and there is a clear message around him that are you going to, bowl Nitish Kumar Reddy as far as this series is concerned. So yes, Australia series, we haven't saw him bowling that much, but here you can see him bowling for a lot of time. He's taking a lot of time as far as bowling is concerned. He's spending a lot of hours. He started with bowling first, and the most important part is the math simulation kind of thing happened here. It's Yashasvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul, without a doubt. No surprises there. Again, when you see it's Karun Nair and Shubman Gill, again, no surprises there. But Dhruv Jurel with a math simulation with Rishabh Pant. Yes, I know one will be the backup wicket keeper and one will be the main wicket keeper. At this point of time, we all know who's the main wicket keeper. But him getting simulation before a 6 number batter is something very interesting. Are they trying to give us a message that Dhruv Jurel is also be a part of, that 11 which they're going to select? Or it's too, early for us now to give us anything like that. So I think there's a lot of disturbance coming. I think we need to mute someone. So that's what my findings from here. Yashasvi Jaiswal, on the other hand, there was a lot of communication between him and Gautam Gambhir. Twice or thrice, Gambhir had a conversation. Before starting the batting stint, he had a long conversation with Gautam Gambhir, around 15 20 minutes. After that, when he looked very defensive today. Earlier, what we used to see in the Canterbury game and in the Northampton part, that he was getting out while, hitting those big shots and aggressive batting style. So that's what happened here as of now, that there were long conversations. All of the team is batting in the nets. He was doing batting practice in a side net. It was not a net. It was just Ryan Descartes trying to bowl him those good length deliveries, and he was just going for his shots with soft hands. So Yashasvi Jaiswal, after spending around 1 hour, it was all about him getting little bit a throwdown kind of practice, specific at the good length area and at the over pitch deliveries he was facing. And that is exactly what he's doing at this point of time right behind me. So yes,
All right.
that's exactly what had happened if you talk about batters.
So, a very comprehensive overview of what went down at the practice session today. There's still a lot of players still practicing, but Boria, going back to the WTC final, before we completely shift to Indian cricket, Indian Test cricket, and talk about Shubman Gill, captain. This is an opportunity like never before for Shubman Gill. But before that, let's talk about the WTC final. Are you missing India at the final? Once again, you're on mute.
Yeah, of course I'm missing India. I mean, you come to Lords and you don't get to see India. Come on. I mean, we've all been here. I was here at the WTC final at the Oval the last time round. I was there in 2023 when India lost that WTC final to New Zealand. We were there in India because of COVID. That Australia final, we watched it here. You obviously miss. I mean, and then you tend to think back to that Border Gavaskar Trophy and what could have happened had Jasprit Bumrah been fit. So clearly, Gargi, of course we are missing India. And if you go to Lords, I'm just about you just turn the corner back there and there you will be right in front of the gates. You will see a lot of Indian fans. You will still see a lot of Indian fans. Yes, you will see a lot of local fans also, but Australia, South Africa, muted. At best, muted. At best, muted because you want to see India is the team that drives global cricket at the moment. And if you really ask the locals around, is there any charm for the WTC final? Nah. I mean, India is a different ball game altogether. If you ask about the India series, everybody is interested. All the test matches, I saw your copy the other day about tickets being sold out. Nothing's available. If you even check reselling sites like Viagogo and some of those sites, tickets are all sold out there as well. So this is tremendous stuff. I mean, India is the attraction. So to answer your question, 100% I'm missing India, but these are two deserving teams. These are two deserving teams, and as Rohit said, four down. This is South Africa's morning. The exact scoreline: South Africa has done extremely well. Gargi, Travis said once again picked up by Janssen. So 67 for four, two to Janssen, two to Rabada. So you've got to give it to them. They've not been overawed by Australia. And like I told you, the skies here, if I can show you, look at these skies there. Look at these skies. These are overcast conditions. From morning, I got up around 5:30. It has been exactly like this. No rain. It's kind of holding back, gloomy. The prediction is for no rain, but this is very conducive to fast bowling. There is no sun beating down, so it will not be conducive to batting. There should be some juice and some movement. They will, and it will not go away because post lunch also, if it stays like this, it's not going to be bad for South Africa at all. And the South African bowlers have done well. If they get Australia out to anything around 200, 250, trust me, South Africa in business. And then one batting effort and they can set it up. Who knows? This can be the turnaround that South Africa was waiting for. Having said that, Australia bat deep. Even a Pat Cummins can bat well. That batting lineup goes fairly down. Cameron Green missed out in the first innings, but can come good in the second innings. Don't rule Australia out. They are Australia, for God's sake. Having said that, it has been a tremendous morning at the WTC. I actually asked Rohit Juglan, Rohit, come over and watch the WTC with me. But Rohit being Rohit, he said he wants to watch India practice. I had invited him to come and watch the WTC final. I've invited Devashish
I'll
also, who's coming
I'll I'll
tomorrow to come and watch the WTC final with me.
I'll come for the most important person, Buryada. I'll come for the most important person there.
I don't know who
Yeah,
the
but
important person is.
now Buryada knows that who the important person is. I'll come for the most
but,
important person.
but even when Pat Cummins was asked about, India not being there at the WTC final, he said, you always expect them to be around, and it's kind of weird that they're not there. But Rohit, when we talk about the India practice, a lot of people are actually have their eyes on the pace attack, and especially Anshul
Yes.
Kamboj. Tell us a little bit
Yeah.
more about how that is shaping up.
So So a couple of days ago, I asked my sources about this, that is there anything, we are getting from the India A part? And they were very much, they are very much promising about this, that the team management are very much looking forward to Anshul Kamboj. At the very start also, when they were selecting the team, it was all about, can we take him? Can we take him? But one part of the discussion is saying that let's see him in this India A game. So if you take a closer look to both of these India A games, the Canterbury one and the Northampton one, there's only one bowler. I'm talking about bowler, not the all-rounders. He's the only one bowler who got both the games. Nobody apart from him got both the games because the team management, there was a strict verdict from the team management, specifically for two players. One is Dhruv Jurel, the other one is this Anshul Kamboj, that we want this guy to bowl as much as you want. For Nitish Kumar Reddy also, they wanted the same thing. That's why you saw Nitish Kumar Reddy bowling a lot. In those games also, he picked up wickets also. He wasn't there in Australia bowling at all. You were there. Boryada is there. Our audiences saw us, giving them all the reports. But we haven't seen Nitish Kumar Reddy ball there. But here it was very, very much in focus that he could be the all-rounder you are looking for. Looking for him and Shardul Thakur in tandem with Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, and Arshdeep Singh. Prasidh Krishna, interestingly, was batting in the first 1 hour of the game. This practice session, sorry. So at that point of time, he was batting, and apart from him, every bowler is bowling. So Anshul Kamboj started with the second stint, not with the first stint. But that's the interesting point, that he was the only bowler who played both the county games. That's because the team management wanted to have a look that he did really well in the Ranji games. He did really well in with the SG ball. But with these kind of conditions, what he can do, and the one another part I want to add up apart from the bowling is, which I did a story for Hindi also, that the Kent apartments here, the private properties are here at risk because they could ask Rishabh Pant to do some reconstruction here because he already broken one of the brick at in Hindi we say it. I don't know what in English we say it, but in Hindi we say it खपरेल. सो वो जो ऐसा होता है, ये वाला बोरिया आई थिंक बता पाएंगे कि उसको क्या बोलते हैं गर्गी आप, वो जो घरों के ऊपर यहाँ पे इंग्लैंड में ये ऐसे ट्राइंगल होता है, रूफ जिसका बनता है, वो चीज जो जो ब्रिक लगी होती है वो एक टूट चुकी है. एंड देन सम वहां पे वो गमले भी लगे हुए हैं, देयर वर सम फ्लावर पॉट्स आल्सो, दे वर हैंगिंग. एंड already 3-4 balls, and the cost of whatever, the cost of a Duke ball, it's I think over 25,000 for just one ball. So there was 1 lakh INR was lying there in the balcony of that Kent apartment, and 2-3 balls are lying down there in the lawns, and one stuck there over the roof. It was on the roof only. Ball भी नहीं आया नीचे. Ball भी उधर लगा और उधर ही रह गया. So must be they have to put a caution first that if Indian players are coming, you need to give us the reconstruction payment if anything happen as far as damage is concerned, Gargi.
Especially if Rishabh Pant is batting. But going back to
Yeah.
Anshul Kamboj, Boria, do you think in your wildest dreams that he can start ahead of a Mohammad Siraj or a Prasidh Krishna?
बोरिया
Can you hear
फ्रोज हो
me?
गए क्या?
I think so.
नहीं, अब तो मूवमेंट तो दिख रहा है.
I think थोड़ा
हुआ?
lag है, lag.
अच्छा.
Let's
ऐसा
see.
कौन
Let's
सा चुटकुला है जिस पे बोरिया इतना हंस रहे हैं? मेरे को ये नहीं समझ आ रहा है.
शायद आपके ऋषभ पंत वाले बात पे वो अभी हंस
अच्छा
रहे
अच्छा 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 अच्छा. सो जैसा मैंने कहा आपको कि अभी यहाँ पर अगर हम देखें तो देयर इज अ मोनेमोकल प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस आल्सो, एंड एज यू नो गार्गी, जो हमने पिच वाला स्टोरी किया था वो काफी उस पर रिएक्शंस आए हैं. एंड एक मैं आपको किस्सा बताता हूँ आज का. ये पता नहीं, आप मेरे पीछे ये आपको दिख रहा है, ये टापोलिन दिख रहा है आपको?
हाँ, yes.
इस पे अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मैं और जसप्रीत बुमराह यहाँ पे बॉल ढूंढ रहे थे हम दोनों, जैसे गांव में खेलते हैं ना.
क्या
गांव
बात
में
है.
खेलते हैं ना, बॉल जो है वो झाड़ियों में कहीं जाके खो जाती है. सो जसप्रीत बुमराह इज बॉलिंग फ्रॉम ओनली वन बॉल सिंस द मॉर्निंग. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो बोल रहे हैं अब नया बॉल लाओ, अब नया बॉल दो, अब नया बॉल दो. ही वॉज बॉलिंग फ्रॉम ओनली वन बॉल. एंड जब वो इधर आए काफी देर तक, मैं क्योंकि यहीं पे खड़ा था और मेरा पिछले 3-4 दिन से यही काम है, गौतम गंभीर पीछे मुड़ते हैं, वो देखते हैं मैं हूं, दे देगा ये बॉल, दे देगा. सो आई जस्ट थ्रो डाउन टू बॉल टू हिम, क्योंकि मैं पीछे खड़ा हूं. नाउ अब यहाँ पे क्या हुआ कि एक बॉल आया, एंड वो मिल नहीं रहा था. फिर टीम इंडिया के एक सपोर्ट स्टाफ के मेंबर भी आए, वो भी ढूंढ रहे हैं. हम लोग तारपोलिन उठा रहे हैं ऐसे करके, जैसे होता है. लाइक इट हैपन इन द, हमारे बचपन के दिनों में ऐसा बॉल हुआ है कि हम झाड़ वाड़ सब साफ कर रहे, देख रहे किधर गया. तो यहाँ पे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिनके आगे पीछे बॉल हो सकता था. So for at least for good 5 minutes, me, Jasprit Bumrah, and one of the
No,
support
I
staff
don't.
members,
I
we were
actually
just
don't. By the way, I think the Kent authorities should ask for a security deposit. I've had to pay a £300 security deposit for Lords Beckenham flat today. हाँ, थोड़ा मेरे तरफ से भी थोड़ा देर में सुनाई दे रहा है आप लोग दोनों को.
कैरी ऑन बुरेदा। अब पता नहीं ये मेरी आवाज बुरेदा तक कब तक जाएगी।
अगले 2 मिनट में जाएगी आवाज।
अगले 2 मिनट में जाएगी ना। सो सो हुआ ये कि फिर हम ये हुआ ये कि देन वी ट्राई टू फाइंड द बॉल फॉर गुड 2 मिनट्स एंड देन उधर एक बॉल पड़ा था। आई एंड लुक एट हिम हाउ प्रिसाइज ही इज। जहां पे मैं ये कहानी क्यों सुना रहा हूँ, बिकॉज उनको इतना आइडिया है कि वो किस बॉल से बॉल कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज देर आर ऑल न्यू ड्यूक्स बॉल्स, तो बहुत डिफरेंशिएट करने में बहुत वक्त लगेगा कि आप कौन से बॉल से बॉल कर रहे हो। नाउ एक बॉल उधर जाके कोई पड़ा हुआ था क्योंकि यहाँ पे कैचिंग प्रैक्टिस भी चल रही थी। सो इट वाज अ न्यू हार्ड ड्यूक बॉल, क्योंकि कैचिंग जो हो रही है वो हर तरह की बॉल से हो रही है। नया बॉल से भी आपको कैच कराया जा रहा है, सेमी ओल्ड बॉल से, ओल्ड बॉल से, हर तरह के बॉल से आपको कैच कराया जा रहा है। सो फिर वो आए, मैंने उनको बोला ये मैंने उनको ऐसे करके फेंका कि बुमराह भाई ये है। तो इसे और तो कोई बॉल नहीं होगा यहाँ पे, यही होगा शायद एक। बट वो पकड़ते ही उन्होंने डाउट क्रिएट कर दिया कि शायद ये नहीं है, क्योंकि वो ऐसे कर रहे थे कि वो बॉल पड़कर ऐसे निकल रहा है, वेंट लाइक दिस। तो फिर जब उन्होंने थोड़ा देर देखा, 10 सेकंड उन्होंने बॉल देखा, उन्होंने कहा ये नहीं है, ये नहीं है, हमको फिर से ढूंढना पड़ेगा। देन वी अगेन स्टार्टेड टू ट्राई टू फाइंड द बॉल, और फिर जाके उन्हें मिला, और जैसे ही उन्होंने पकड़ा उन्होंने कहा ये है, उन्होंने ऐसे करा यही है। सो दैट्स हाउ प्रिसाइज ही इज व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट जसप्रीत बुमराह द गोट। हमको पता ये भी होना चाहिए कि वो किस तरीके से ही हैज, मतलब हर चीज उनको उस तरीके से चाहिए जो उनकी प्रिपरेशन को बेहतर कर सके। सो दैट्स वाई वो अब चाहे जो बॉल की रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं या जिस तरीके से विकेट्स को लेकर के बातचीत है, अब टीम इंडिया ने, जैसा मैंने रिपोर्ट में भी त्रिशा ने लिखा है कि दे वेंट आफ्टर द फर्स्ट डे एंड दे हैड अ मीटिंग कि हमको क्या चाहिए यहाँ पर, यहाँ से हमें क्या चाहिए। बिकॉज ये बेकनम का जो ग्राउंड है ये वाइड बॉल का बहुत अच्छा ग्राउंड है प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए। बट अगर आप विकेट्स देखेंगे इट्स वेरी ड्राई, बहुत घास नहीं है इन विकेटों पे। सो जैसा मैंने कहा, हम अभी मौने मौकल से पता करने की भी कोशिश करेंगे कि क्या हो रहा है, क्या किस तरह की प्लानिंग है, विकेट से क्या वो लोग खुश हैं या नहीं। बट एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम प्रैक्टिस जो है वो अपने लास्ट एंड्स की तरफ चल रही है एज फार एज द सीनियर टीम इज कंसर्न। बट यहाँ पे ए टीम भी आएगी, तो इसके बाद ए टीम पूरा प्रैक्टिस करेगी कारगी।
जी बिल्कुल, और काफी लोग कमेंट्स में कह रहे हैं कि आपको अब स्क्वाड में आ जाना चाहिए इंडियन टीम के, आपका भी नाम होना चाहिए उसको स्क्वाड में।
गौतम गंभीर मुझे बॉल बॉय की तरह लिख देंगे, बॉल बॉय, ये हमारा बॉल बॉय है।
पर मुझे एक सवाल पूछना था, और ये
जी
बोरिया से भी पूछूंगी मैं जब वो रिजॉइन
जी
करेंगे, उनके तरफ से काफी इंटरनेट इशू हो रहा है,
जी।
बिकॉज दिस इज yes, Boria is back with us. Can you hear me?
See, quickly. I can hear you. I think because I'm using my India data, there is a lag. So you can continue with Rohit. I'll get this sorted out because I'm using my India phone data. Maybe that is why there is a lag, because I tried different parts of this outside Lords. It's difficult to kind of get data. So you can continue with Rohit. It's fine now. Okay. So I love the point that Rohit made, and Fitbank made that comment that Rohit is the official ball finder of the Indian team. Rohit, you should tell Rishabh Pant यार हर जगह यहाँ security deposit मांगता है, उससे भी मांगेगा अभी, जो भी है उससे सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट दिलाओ उस आदमी को। आई मीन देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन।
वो तो दे देंगे बोरिया था वो।
रोहित बोल रहा है ड्यूक्स बॉल का पैसा 1 लाख रुपीस। अरे भाई उसका घर तोड़ रहे हो तुम, उसका पैसा नहीं बोल रहे हो। 4 ड्यूक्स बॉल का चिंता उसको लगा हुआ है। सोचो उस आदमी का घर तोड़ रहा है इंडियन क्रिकेट।
जो लोग बेकेनम में ऐसे घर अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं वो एक ईंट तो लगवा ही देंगे बोरिया था।
I'll sort this internet thing out because I was using my India phone and India data, so that's why maybe there was a lag, but I'll sort it out. You guys continue.
It's more like backstage with Boria rather than 585.
ओ सच में बैकस्टेज चले गए। लेकिन रोहित, जो सवाल मुझे पूछना था
जी।
Do you think there is more pressure on Gill the captain or Gill the batter?
आई थिंक अभी उन्होंने ना कुछ टाइम पहले एक इंटरव्यू दिया था जहां पर उन्होंने ये कहा था दैट, और ये आईपीएल के टाइम की बात है कि ही सेड दिस स्पेसिफिकली कि मैं जब बैटिंग करने भी जाता हूँ ना तो भी मैं वो कैप्टन का हैट पहनकर ही जाता हूँ। तो वो मेरे लिए दिक्कतें पैदा कर रहा था, बिकॉज जब आप एक बैटर की तरह खेलते हो यू थिंक डिफरेंट, जब आप एक कैप्टन की तरह खेलते हो यू थिंक डिफरेंट। तो वो एडेड जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है ना, वो सारे जिन भी लोगों ने मुझसे बात करी मुझे ये कहा कि जब आप बैटिंग करने जाते हो ना, वो कैप्टनसी का हैट ड्रेसिंग रूम में ही छोड़ कर जाओ, उसको अपने साथ कैरी मत करो। सो आई थिंक एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम जब वो प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं तब आपको शायद वो चीजें नहीं दिख रही है, ट्राइंग टू बी, मतलब बहुत जो आपने और हमने पहले देखा हुआ है उनको मस्ती करते हुए, मजाक करते हुए। कल भी जो अंडर आर्म थ्रो ड्रिल्स चल रहे थे उसमें वो बहुत फन बैंटर कर रहे थे, बहुत मस्ती मजाक कर रहे थे। एंड देन फिर एक दूसरा पार्ट भी है शुभमन गिल का, जहां पर आप देखते हो कि ही वाज हैविंग दी सीरियस डिस्कशंस, जो हमने तस्वीरें भी भेजी हैं कि शुभमन गिल और गौतम गंभीर, शुभमन गिल एंड यशस्वी जायसवाल के साथ आज उन्होंने बात करी थोड़ी देर के लिए, जब वो बैटिंग स्वॉप कर रहे थे, तो उस वक्त पर उन्होंने काफी बात करी। सो एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम अगर आप देखोगे तो आपको वो चीजें देखने को मिलती हैं कि हाउ दीज गाइज आर एक दूसरे के साथ। अभी ऋषभ पंत के साथ उन्होंने जिस तरीके से पहले ही दिन से वो कोऑर्डिनेशन देखने को मिल रहा है। देयर वर लॉट ऑफ डिस्कशंस आईपीएल के टाइम पे भी, जब टीम अनाउंस हो चुकी थी उसके बाद एलएसजी को एक मैच अहमदाबाद में खेलना था, एंड वहां पर भी दोनों ने काफी देर बात करी जब ये अनाउंसमेंट हो चुका था कि शुभमन गिल कैप्टन होंगे और ऋषभ पंत वाइस कैप्टन होंगे। सो आई थिंक जो जो अभी तक जो आपने शुभमन गिल को देखा है, आई डोंट थिंक कि आपने बहुत ज्यादा उनको एक एक बहुत प्रेशर लेते हुए देखा है, या बहुत बर्डन लग रहे हैं, या एकदम से आपको एक बदला हुआ शुभमन गिल लग रहा है। इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट। इट्स लाइक कि आप ज्यादातर एक एक ऐसे कैरेक्टर को देख रहे हो जो बैटिंग में वही है, लेकिन हाँ सडनली आप देख रहे हो जब वो बैटिंग नहीं कर रहे तो ही वॉज इन्वॉल्व इन, कभी मॉर्निंग मॉकल से डिस्कशन हो रहा है। सो शुभमन गिल इन मोर ऑफ डिस्कशन मोड आपको ज्यादा दिख रहे हैं। शायद पहले ऐसा होता था वो बैटिंग खत्म करते थे, कैचिंग प्रैक्टिस के लिए चले जाते थे, फिर कैचिंग प्रैक्टिस से पहले अगर आप देखेंगे, अगर शुरुआत में नहीं हुई है तो फिर अपनी ड्रिल्स करने लग जाते थे, रन अराउंड करने लग जाएंगे, हाई कैचेस करने लग जाएंगे। ये मैंने उन्हें श्रीलंका के बाद से करते हुए देखा है, जब वो कैप्टन नहीं थे तो बैटिंग खत्म करते थे, कैचिंग के लिए चले जाते थे, थोड़ी देर स्लिप कैचिंग करी, थोड़ी देर स्ट्रेट कैचेस लिए और फिर हाई कैचेस लिए, तो इस तरीके से चीजें होती थी। बट उसके बाद अगर आप देखोगे जो चीज आपको देखने को मिली है वो ये है कि अब डिस्कशन ज्यादा है। कैचिंग पहले कर ली, सबसे पहले अपना वार्म अप कर लिया, फिर कैचिंग कर ली, फिर बैटिंग कर ली, उसके बाद डिस्कशंस हैं। बाकी सारे प्लेयर्स इधर उधर हो जाते हैं, आपस में बैठ गए हैं, थोड़ा चिल कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा रिलैक्स कर रहे हैं, बट इनको आप देखोगे डिस्कशंस करते हुए। तो ये एक बदलाव जरूर है। अब ये प्रेशर में कितना बदलता है कारण ये मैच डेज पे हमको पता चल पाएगा कि बैटिंग में जब वो जा रहे हैं तो क्या ज्यादा बर्डन आउट हो रहे हैं, या फिर जब वो कैप्टनसी कर रहे हैं तब उनके ऊपर क्या दिख रहा है, क्योंकि बॉडी लैंग्वेज बता देती है, वो झुंझलाहट बता देती है, आप खिलाड़ियों पर चिल्लाते हो, इस तरह की चीजें आपने देखी हैं कई बार क्रिकेट के मैदान पर होती है। सो वो आपको बताएंगे कि शुभमन गिल एग्जैक्टली क्या फील कर रहे हैं कैप्टनसी मिलने के बाद। बट यस, इस सीजन जो जीटी में मैंने देखी है चीज, वो यही मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया है कि वो जब बैटिंग करने जाते हैं तो ही डजंट फील लाइक अ कैप्टन। उनको लगता है अभी मैं बैटर शुभमन गिल हूं, और जब वो कैप्टनसी करते हैं देन इज अ कैप्टन शुभमन गिल। तो वो चीज अगर वो यहाँ भी एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं, आई डोंट थिंक किसी तरह का कोई प्रॉब्लम होगा करके।
बिल्कुल। और आखिरी सवाल रोहित आपके लिए, काफी लोग साई
जी,
सुदर्शन के बारे में पूछ रहे हैं, अपडेट मांग रहे हैं, तो प्लीज लेट अस नो।
साई ने साई ने आज बैटिंग प्रैक्टिस नहीं करी उस तरीके से, बाद में आए वो। शुरुआत आज करुण नायर ने करी, और वो बहुत ऑब्वियस भी था क्योंकि अभी जो 2 दिन का प्रैक्टिस हुआ था एक दिन के गैप के बीच में, उसमें अगर आप देखोगे तो साई ने ही प्रैक्टिस करी थी शुरुआत में और वही खेल रहे थे। बट आज करुण ने प्रैक्टिस करी है, करुण नायर का प्रैक्टिस हुआ काफी देर तक। उसके बाद अगर आप देखोगे यशस्वी जायसवाल, केएल राहुल, करुण नायर और शुभमन गिल प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे। फिर अगर आप देखोगे ऋषभ पंत और ध्रुव जुरैल प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे। तो वहां पर साई कैचिंग की प्रैक्टिस कर रहे थे, साई कैचिंग की प्रैक्टिस शुरुआत में कर रहे थे, देन ही स्टार्टेड डूइंग हिज बैटिंग प्रैक्टिस। तो यस, अभी जैसा मैंने कहा ना कि आज पूरा स्क्वाड आया, अब आपको अंदाजा लगना शुरू होगा, और मेन फिर आपको पता चलेगा जब इंट्रा स्क्वाड गेम होगा कि कौन कहां पर खेल रहा है, किस जगह पर बैटिंग कर रहा है। सबको आप ऐसा नहीं कि 100 रन बनाने दोगे। आप जैसे ही किसी ने 50-60 मार लिया, टाइम बिता लिया थोड़ी देर विकेट पे, आप उनको बाहर बुला के अगले को खिलाओगे, रिटायर्ड आउट करोगे या जो रिप्लेस करोगे। तो वो चीज आपको ज्यादातर देखने को मिलेगी। सो एट दिस आज साई सुदर्शन वाज नॉट दैट एक्टिव विद द बैट, बट ही वाज एक्टिव इन द कैचिंग, जैसा मैंने कहा। बट आज करुण नायर को ज्यादा से ज्यादा मौका दिया गया है खेलने का, चाहे वो स्पिनर्स हो, चाहे वो थ्रो डाउन हो, चाहे वो पेसर्स होगा।
ऑलराइट, थैंक यू सो मच रोहित। काफी कॉम्प्रिहेंसिवली आपने सारे अपडेट्स दिए, सारे डाउट्स क्लियर हो
थैंक यू।
चुके होंगे अभी तक व्यूअर्स के। बट वी विल एंड ऑन अ नोट, Sourav Ganguly speaking exclusively to Boria on Rishabh Pant and what is needed out of Rishabh Pant for this series. Take a look and thank you.
And I remember that conversation with you. India had lost in Manchester. We were having an Indian lead. You told me Rishabh Pant will be the best test match batter in the next 5 years. I didn't believe. Today, when I look at Rishabh Pant, he's actually one of India's best batters. Pops as vice captain.
No, he's a very good player, but he has to continue keep playing the way he played few years ago. I saw him in Australia. I didn't like for itself. Too many shots, kept swinging. ball dipped around a bit for venues. Too many shots, yes, and he was completion. So I know he's a stroke maker, he's not a defensive player, he never will beat, that's his strength. But I want more fight in tough competition. But so we see and swing here. He's got the ability, there's no doubt about it. The application is given to this. It's like defense. He has to defend. That's what I'm saying. He's got a very good defense. He's got to defend when it's seeming ending.